Bob Haarlow made a tremendous impact on my life. He taught me how to believe in myself. He gave me the confidence to believe that I could accomplish anything I set my mind to, and he believed in me and was my biggest coach. Wish that every child at O'Neill had that kind of coach. I know that those teachers are excellent, but I will always cherish that early education with Bob and the other O'Neill teachers.
I attended the O'Neill School prior to 1978. I guess the most important thing I remember of Mr. Haarlow is how he made me want to do well. Excelling and doing your best really meant something to me because it really mattered to him. Being the vital leader of the school and community that got me started is what I'll always be grateful to Mr. Haarlow for. Thanks, Mr. Haarlow.
My name is Kim Liddell. I graduated from O'Neill, actually it was Wallace O'Neill, in 1978, and I was part of the first class of 1971. Bob Haarlow means more to me than I really understood early in my life. He was firm, pushed me to be better in almost all aspects of my life, though I failed miserably throughout high school and maybe through college. Then I realized how important his discipline, compassion, firmness helped me mature. And I took that and applied it to the rest of my life. So, Bob Haarlow, glad you were in my life. Glad you're still in my life. And all the best. Go class of 78. Woo woo.
This is Lee Whitman, O'Neill School class of 1986. I first got to O'Neill as a sixth grader in 1979, and at that time Bob Haarlow was O'Neill. He was everything about the school that I liked. He was welcoming, even as the headmaster, to a young person like myself, always friendly, always supportive. I remember going to O'Neill basketball games, varsity games when I was a youngster, and watching him coach Dickie Joyner, Mike McCoy, and others of my favorite players at the time. All I wanted to do was play for Coach Haarlow and wear that O'Neill uniform. And thankfully, I got to fulfill that dream in my 9th and 10th grade years. Playing for Bob on the basketball team did not disappoint, and I was anxious to receive his coaching and input from his experience at Princeton. And those are some of the most fun years of my life. I thank Bob for that. I thank him for being the soul of O'Neill School, and I'm appreciative for all that he made the school while I was there and others behind me. Thank you, Bob.
It's from Richard Pryor, class of 1981. I have many thoughts that make me recall O'Neill. One of the first was Mr. Haarlow meeting myself and my mother in his office and saying, "What's going on? What gives? This young man needs to study more. There's no reason he should be making such grades." That ignited me somehow, and even though I had sort of an erratic, crazy academic high school career, I did okay. The last is Bob Haarlow jumping on the bed with me after a basketball game, celebrating my entrance into State University architecture program. From there, I've gone to Cornell and gotten a master's in both architecture and mathematics education and taught myself. Bob Haarlow, for me, is kind, approachable sincerity, and I wish you the very best for the remainder of your life and mine, and thank you for all your work. Bye-bye.
When I think of Bob Haarlow and the impact he's had on my life, it's really been substantial. During high school, he helped me see a horizon that was much further out and much bigger than I had ever envisioned or imagined. I grew up in a small town in Southern Pines, and had not traveled that much. I hadn't really thought about or learned so many things that were just beyond my day-to-day existence. During the entire time that I was at O'Neill, Bob continuously challenged and encouraged me to go beyond what I had ever imagined. Think about schools that I had not thought about. Think about options in life that I hadn't considered. He just gave me lots of opportunities and encouraged me to go beyond what I thought I could do. That's something that I didn't really get a lot of in my life at that time. And so it was extremely valuable and continues to impact me to this day. That's something I'll always be thankful to Bob for. I really appreciate it.
I'm Suzanne Stinson McNeil, class of 1981. When I think of the greatest influences in my life, I think of my parents, my husband, my business partner of 25 years, and Bob Haarlow. Bob is a person who engages. He's interested in connecting, and as an educator, interested to see how he could be of service to you and how you, in turn, could be of service to others. In the nation's service is the informal motto of the alma mater that both Bob and I share, and he has taken service to heart, exemplifying the very best of servant leaders in our society. When I was very young, Bob was someone that I aspired to be like, and still do to this day. He's a superb blueprint to follow.
This is Chris Bowie. I was class of 1981 at O'Neill, and I first met Bob Haarlow in the mid-70s at the town basketball court where else in Southern Pines, and because of him I transferred to O'Neill, I think in 1975, a while back. That was one of the more fortunate turns for me because it was terrific there. And I don't think I've had a better educator than Bob Haarlow. He was patient and tactful and always operated with class. It was a terrific example. I'll remember him mainly as a basketball coach. Of course, he's Zen master at basketball, and so playing for him was terrific. But that was the only time he would get worked up was coaching the games, and it was amusing on one hand, but it was also great being the point guard. That kind of intensity was terrific, and yeah, that was about as much fun as you could have was doing that. So, thank you tremendously and extremely well done, sir.